I could spend 10 hours interviewing Quentin just about how he
That
stayed
whole
till
day,
3 in the
yeah,
morning because I don't know how to socialize like that. I would be so. I would be. I feel so. One sec. I feel so poorly about myself that I'd say, "Gee, I'm taking up Brad Pitt's time." He obviously. First of all, if he doesn't have that much help, how can he stay up till 3 in the morning? Those kids are going to wake him up early.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
This does not sound like a person who's taking care of kids.
No.
Who has time to hang out till 3 in the morning all day. He's not taking care of children.
I left Gary's dinner party in the middle of dinner because I felt it was enough. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang.
No, actually, part of the, but part of the thing that was actually, that was cool about it. We didn't just sit there and talk about the movie the entire time. Part of it was also getting to know each other. We talked about a lot of kinds of stuff. But also, he had this cool little dune buggy kind of thing because he was going to show me around the grounds, and all the kids jumped in the car, and he gave me this big tour around, and the kids are all hanging out. And not only that, he actually has a recording studio on his property. That is the recording studio they recorded Pink Floyd's The Wall on.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the property. And he got a guy who runs the recording studio.
How big a property is this? How many acres?
It's huge.
You have to drive around to see it all.
Exactly. No, it's a gigantic.
He owns this property?
Vineyard. It's a vineyard.
He owns the vineyard.
Yeah.
And he produces wine.
Truthfully, it's exactly. It's like a small little town.
You know, it's funny with him too because I sometimes go, this guy apparently has a lot of money, but
I thought he lived in New Orleans.
But how many movies does he make a year? He doesn't make that many. He made your movie. That's a $9 million payday, but still he's living like a $100 million lifestyle.
Yeah, well, but he's like I said, he's been at it for a long time. You know, and it's him and Angelina Jolie as well.
Do you get jealous of him in this sense? I'm talking about the economics of this now. You don't get $9 million to write and direct the film.
I get my money on the back end.
No, understood.
I do really good.
But you're taking a chance on that. Let's say.
Yeah, but I'm happy. Look, it's my art, so I'm happy to take the chance. If I don't think, that's actually, I would rather take it on the back end where if we do well, I'm going to do magnificent.
Right. Does Brad get a little back end taste? Of course.
He gets a back end taste. He doesn't get my back end taste.
No, let's hope not. After all, you deserve the big payday.
Yeah, but where I'm coming from is if it doesn't work out, well, then I shouldn't get paid.
You should. You put in a lot of hours.
No, I do get paid, all right? But it's but I don't deserve any more than that if it actually is a flop.
Do you take a fee as a director and writer?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So you take a couple million on that.
Yeah, but I don't take what I could get on the open market because I want it in the back. Believe me, they would almost rather pay me a big payday
and they take
front.
the chance.
They take all the money. Yeah.
So you have ownership in the film.
Yeah.
All right. So now you get Brad Pitt signed up, and I still maintain that Brad Pitt can't. They have to have a lot of help. He can't be up till 3 in the morning.
It's not
put the kids to bed.
Not a lot.
Who put the kids to bed?
Oh, it was he has friends. They're not. It's not quite even a nanny. It's friends that have known him for a long time that are just also hanging out on the property and everything.
Wow, it's a whole different life than I could handle. I would like to have friends hanging out on the property, but then I want them to go away. You see, they're constantly there, and the fact that you can stay there and hang till 3 in the morning shows you're not a paranoid type. Did you have a meal there?
Yeah, we had dinner.
You make duty in the bathroom?
I went to the bathroom. Yes,
you
I did.
Yeah. Duty number 2.
I don't remember. I might have.
When you were making a duty
about it.
When you were making a duty and you were pitching Inglourious Basterds to Brad Pitt, do you say to yourself, "Oh my God, maybe I'm going to stink this room up. I shouldn't be doing this"? Do you feel like you have to rush through your bowel movement, or can you sit there and read? I'm honest to God interested.
You sit there and read.
What do you do?
I think the only thing that would have been horrible if you did the thing where you go to flush it and the water doesn't go down, it goes up.
Especially in France, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
So now you get Brad Pitt and you make the movie Inglourious Basterds, and you got a hit. I think this one's a biggie.
I'm pretty excited about it. Actually.
All right. And now, are you nervous with the box office now? When's it open? Next weekend?
Yeah.
So
do you care about box office?
Well, yeah.
Sure,
I want it to be well. I want it to do well, and in particular, I have to say, I really wanted to do in a weird way. Even more than for myself, I wanted to do well for the Weinsteins because I've been with Harvey for a long time.
They've been good to you, and you've been good to them.
This would be a big deal for them.
I hope so.
Yeah, because they lost their company to Disney.
Yeah, so it's like and I love the idea that I'm the guy bringing them back.
Yeah,
I love that idea. And
Eli Roth, who you cast in the movie, he plays Bear Jew. He plays one of the Jews who takes a baseball bat to Nazis' heads. It's a great moment in the movie. Great moment. I loved it. You met him at Lindsay Lohan's house at a party?
No. It was when we started hanging out together.
You went to Lindsay Lohan's house?
Yeah, we were at a club, and she was like, "Hey, we're getting together at my place. Do you want to come with us?" And we said yes.
When you meet a Lindsay Lohan, do you think to yourself, "Okay, I could get her"? Do you know? I mean, is there a reason? Like, do you think, well, maybe I'll try and have her sexually? I mean, she's a little young, but
yeah, you know what? I'm actually really not attracted to gals that young.
You're not?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's a slam
So
dunk.
why are you going back to the house? I mean, isn't all of her friends are about that age?
Yeah, it's just actually that's not really true. Actually,
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, she's got some posse, and and they're kind of all over the place. But it's not. It's just about you're hanging out and you're in a club, and she goes, "Hey, we're all going back to my place. Do you want to come?" Yeah, sure. Actually, but the funny thing about with Eli was the fact that. Especially then with Eli, I just didn't like writing phone numbers down. I never carried a cell phone with me. So if somebody says, "Hey, well, let me give you our cell phone so you can tell you how to get there," I would say, "Hey, Eli, could you take it?" And he would take it. So Lindsay Lohan thought Eli was my assistant.
Would you?
And then I just started calling him like he was like my low rent younger brother. All right, so he's Ernie Tarantino.
Would you ever? You should introduce him as Ernie Tarantino.
I did. We did for a long time. That was her thing. Hey, Ernie's here.
Would you ever cast her in a movie? Now you're a director. You have to have okay, maybe she's bankable, but she's she has this unreliable reputation. You can't have nonsense on a film.
Well,
right?
I can't have nonsense on the film, but but at the same time, if I worked with her, I'm sure she'd straighten up her act, or I wouldn't. But it's not even about that. I'm not even accusing her of anything. Well, I think she's a terrific actress.
Right, she is. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
But you can't take a chance on some people. Don't understand that if someone's a nudnik and is a pain in the ass on the set, and they're going to hold you up, it's hard enough to make a film.
If I thought that was the case, then I wouldn't. I would work with somebody like that. But I don't think that's the case with her.
Would you put her in one of your movies?
Oh, if I thought she was right in a heartbeat. I really think she's one of the best young actresses in America.
Now you say she's too young for you. What is your age limit on chicks? In other words, how young will you go at this point in your life? Would you date a 20-year-old right now?
I would.
She looks
feel comfortable.
gorgeous.
I wouldn't really feel
bigger
comfortable
tits than Uma Thurman, the whole thing.
Dating,
Go ahead.
like a girlfriend kind of thing.
You don't date?
I wouldn't. No, I would just. Look, a 20-year-old doesn't really have a life. I mean,
understood.
I've got a nice life. So if we're going to be together, you got to come with a life.
All right. So how old? What's the minimum?
Yeah, I guess 25, 26.
25, 26. Then they start to have a life.
But by that time, they've got a life.
That's right. I like that. I like that.
I'm just close. All right. 20? Oh, absolutely not. What would be 25?
I like what you're saying.
Big fucking difference.
Kill Bill.
McClanahan has a life.
Strangely enough, there is a difference between 25 and 20.
Did you hear what Artie said? Rue McClanahan has a life. You want someone with a life.
She has a life, that's for sure.
What is the age maximum? What is the oldest woman you've ever dated?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's right. Let's think.
26.
It's funny. Then they have too much of a life at 27. You will never marry?
Oh no! If the minute you say you never marry, that's like a year and a half later you get married.
What is it, Gary?
I saw Quentin interviewed on CBS Sunday Morning, and he said he's going to have kids when he's around 60. He thinks that's about the right time.
Well, you might be right in the sense that you'll have lived a full life, and maybe you'll get everything out of you.
That's very profound, Howard. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
You don't usually agree with that, though, because of the age of the father.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Screw those kids.
Yeah. No. There's a little bit of like that I was like, oh man, I don't know if it'd be kind of. I like. It sounds cool being the young dad as opposed to being the old dad, but that's just ego. Kid doesn't give a damn.
Well, you've often said that you would stop directing at around 60 because you don't want to be one of these guys who stays too long at the party and becomes irrelevant and too old. You want to be an elder statesman. I relate to that, and I think.
But haven't you seen some directors who still have it going on?
Damn few.
But there are some.
How old are you now?
How old am I? I'm 45.
Right. I'm 55. And I kind of agree with Quentin on this. I really do. I feel like I see him radio guys stay too long at the party. It's kind of like you got to find your way out on top.
I'm a student. Every field you have to do that.
I'm a student of directors' careers, and it's
so you're saying 60 is the cutoff?
Clint Eastwood, but Clint Eastwood is the exception, right? His last film was great.
No, he's a terrific director. But the thing about it, again, I'm a writer. That can be my time to write novels. That's the time for me to write cinema books.
Do
and
something
stuff like
different.
that. Exactly. Right. And I could actually, that could be the time to raise the kids and the family and all that stuff.
To me, Kill Bill, one of your greatest films. We got to comment on David Carradine. You were aware that he was into this weird, freaky thing sexually with tying up, wearing
underwear
wigs. Comment on that. And have you ever tried that?
Oh.
You know, I know autoerotic asphyxiation.
You've never tried autoerotic asphyxiation?
No, I've
bullshit.
thought about it.
I don't believe it.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, actually, the thing about it, that was one of those things where I used to like teasingly bring it up with girls. All right, you know, like being this naughty boy, bring it up until a couple girls wanted to take me up on it. All right, maybe not.
What is scary about it? The fact that you're putting your complete faith in some chick who's going to tie you up and then choke you.
Well, it's not so much time. It's not so much time. I'm like,
Right.
I
you ever worn a wig?
I wouldn't do it by myself.
Right.
All right. But
because auto basically means you're doing it by yourself.
Exactly. If I was going to do it, it would be like a girl has a ribbon around my neck and she's just cutting it off.
Right.
Yeah. Because then it's not a situation. It's not like they strangle you so much that you die. The problem with autoerotic fixation is you pass out.
Yes.
And once you pass out, you hang yourself.
Right.
All right. But you've never worn a wig. Were you shocked? I knew Carradine a little bit, not as well as you do, but I've spoken with him many times. Were you shocked when you heard that he was into this kind of thing?
I think, actually, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, there's even talk that he was even murdered and everything.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the case. But, okay, just for the sake of this Howard Stern conversation,
Good.
let's just say
Go ahead.
that was the case.
Right.
I think that's fucking badass,
You
man.
do.
He went out great as far as I'm
Jerking
concerned.
off.
Take it to the limit one more time.
I feel completely differently than that. How you're found dead can be very embarrassing. You know,
But you don't know.
Yeah, but still. I mean, do you want your legacy? He was Kung Fu. He was Kill
man.
Bill. He was great.
I love the idea he was sexual, and here it is. And I'm that.
What did you think?
Carradine didn't live a life like anybody else, man. That is, and also that's part of where I'm also coming from, in particularly about David, is the fact that David lived 5 people's lives, man.
What do you mean by that? Be specific.
I mean, the thing is, that was a wild dude, man. And
What was wild? What does he do that's... I want to be wild. Tell me what to do.
Well,
what is so wild?
I think he was one of the, the great, like, mad geniuses of
He didn't care about
Hollywood.
other people, did he?
And he did it. Well, he just did his own thing. He was like a hippie. He was an artist. He lived Charles Dickens life.
You're making me want to get wild. Hang me right now. I mean, just tie a rope around my neck.
He went by his own rules. He did his own thing. He was a true artist bohemian. And that guy just really
Was he
lived
difficult?
a life. No, he was wonderful.
When you directed him, he knew his lines.
Oh, yeah, no, he was great. He was great. So my feeling about him passing is it's horribly sad for the people who are going to miss him. It's horribly sad for me. It's horribly sad for his family. But as far as like going out with having lived a great life, man, he did it right.
So you understand that's a fetish because you have a foot fetish, right? Admittedly.
Do you really?
Yes.
I never said I had a foot fetish.
You do.
I never said
You concentrate on feet.
I admire feet. I admire legs. I admire ass. I'm a lower track man.
All
right, I like the
same
lower
here.
track.
when you're with a girl, do you lick toes?
I ain't gonna talk about stuff like that.
This is about foot thing. I'm not asking
Talk to
specific.
Rosie Perez about this stuff.
What do you mean?
About it.
Why Rosie Perez?
Well, remember, she likes your feet. That shows what a foot fetish she has.
I forgot about that. But do you have a foot fetish sexually? I mean, are you into women's feet?
I like feet. I like legs.
Is that why you dated Kathy Griffin? Does she have pretty feet?
No, she doesn't.
She does not have pretty feet.
Well, so she doesn't have pretty feet, but I wouldn't
They weren't
brag about
exceptional.
them.
Who has the nicest feet in Hollywood? That you've seen. Personally, Lindsay Lohan,
A set of feet that impressed you.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. Who? I understand he has no hair on his
David
toes.
Carradine.
David Carradine's feet. I wonder if David Carradine took it so far that he like painted his
Painted his
toenails
toenails and all
and
that?
wore pretty shoes and the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't even know anything about that stuff. All right, I just but if that were the way that he went out, I actually just think that's just rock and roll the way he
You're
lived.
willing to buy that he was investigating Chinese
I don't know
gangs.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, there's even talk that he was actually murdered because his hands were tied behind his back. All right, so I don't know.
How do you want to go out? How do you want to be? Do you want to be in bed with a woman when you die?
The old John Garfield way, dying while you're fucking.
Rockefeller did it. I mean,
Come and go at the same time.
If Carradine went out as a cool way, what is the coolest
What
way
is
to
the
go for Quentin
coolest way?
Tarantino?
Well, I have to say, I really dig the idea of living to be 100.
You like it?
Yeah, I like that idea. I mean, if I go out after I've done what I want to do, well, then that's all good too. But I actually like the idea of living to be 100.
Will you ever do one of these movies, like a superhero movie? Because now that's the rage.
Big,
sci-fi. Are you a comic book fan?
Yeah, I am.
Me too.
Big comic book fan.
Why won't you do one of those kind of films? I bet you'd have an interesting take.
I mean, it is kind of weird because it's like if you were to ask me back in the days I worked at the video store, we always wanted to see comic book movies and they didn't make them or they made them screwed up.
Right.
So I mean, there's a weird aspect. I think there's a little part of me that I've grown out of it. But there would have been a time that like what's going on right now would have been the greatest thing ever. Did
you ever consider putting Spider-Man into Inglourious Basterds, like having him appear? I mean, because that's a lock. I mean,
well, but if I were to do a comic book movie, I wouldn't be interested in doing an established comic book hero. I want to come up with the comic,
your hero.
with the
That's what
myself.
I like about you. That's what I like about Inglourious Basterds. That's a really interesting take with these Jewish guys going behind the enemy lines.
Well, Tim, look, here's one of the things that really doesn't make me better, but makes me different than a lot of other directors, and especially writer-directors, is a director will come out and there'll be a writer-director, and they really have a voice, and they'll do 1 movie, 2 movies, 3 movies, and there is a voice to their work. But you know what? It's hard to face that blank page every single project.
It is.
You are starting from scratch all over again. Everything you did means nothing now. And you know what? You don't make that many movies.
And don't you think? Yeah, it's like rock stars. They only have so many songs in them.
Yeah.
Don't you think though that in a way it's like unbelievable when you look at some of the crap movies that come out? Because here you are, you're sitting. It's almost like you come up with a good pitch. It's like Jews behind enemy lines in World War II. Isn't that enough almost?
Yeah, well, there also is the thing of we're taking it around Hollywood, and everyone's liking it, okay? Very Jewish town. Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Come in, talk about it. Talk about the movie. We love this
Can you get away, because you're in show business and you're a famous director, can you get away with behavior that other people can't? For example, I heard on a set you were working with Fergie, the singer, and you bit her ass in order to get her to react to something. You actually bit her on the ass. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, well, she was being eaten by zombies.
Right. So
right, in the scene. So I was like a zombie in the scene, so I bit her ass. That's what's happening.
But you didn't bite any of the male actors. You bit Fergie.
Well, I didn't have a scene as a zombie eating other male actors.
You didn't bite Travolta's ass in Pulp Fiction.
I wasn't a zombie.
You would have if you had been a zombie in that. Listen to me. You've done it again. You have made a film that's great.
Oh, I appreciate it, mate.
I'm not bullshitting you.
I know, you wouldn't.
I bullshit many people who come in here. But you, I'm afraid of. You got an IQ of 160.
Hey,
you probably see through it.
Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
I had a couple. I love this whole scene of the when they're in the bar.
Oh, yeah, the tavern, the basement tavern. Yeah.
And I love the, I don't want to give away anything about the ending, but the movie theater at the end.
Hieronymus Bosch.
Fantastic. And I told you I love the scene where the Jews, it's a great movie, and I recommend it to everyone. You walked out of Natural Born Killers. You wrote Natural Born Killers.
Yeah,
but you
didn't like what he did with it?
Oliver Stone directed it. Did you hate what Oliver Stone did with your movie?
Well, I've never seen it from beginning to end.
Why?
Oh, well, because he rewrote the script, and like you just can't do that to me. I got really
you got upset.
Off. Yeah,
and you had no idea till you went to the screening of it.
Well, no. I knew. All right, I didn't go to a screening. The thing about it was, I said, I'm never going to see this damn thing. I'm not going to see it. And then I was hanging out with Juliette Lewis, and we decided, let's go see it.
Right.
And I don't think she had seen it, actually. So we just went to the movie theaters and paid to see it. And the reason you know about it is because we're watching the movie. We're 20 minutes into it. I'm getting pissed off. And she goes, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Really? She got
and
pissed
people
off.
heard it. And I got pissed off. And then she all of us, but I was prepared to watch it. And she was like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Is that the greatest thing about being famous, aside from you get to do your art, that you get to hang out with Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis, like you go to the movies with Juliette? Like, is that turn you on because you get to meet all these exciting, great people who are artists?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it not in some sycophant way, but just in the way that, like, one, they're interesting people. They can be interesting people, and they're artists. They're doing the things that you're doing, and it's a very interesting life to get to know different people and hang out with them. And there's people that I really, really admire along the way that I've met because of my situation.
Mm-hmm. Will you walk up to a person who you admire and say, listen, I want to hang out with you. We should hang out?
Well, yeah, I'll go over and I definitely have walked over and said hello to people. And I do have a situation that, like, in a lot of cases, like if I were to call them and say, hey, let's get together and have a drink or talk or whatever, they might very well say yes.
Do you think a lot of these people get together with you because they think, aha, he might be interviewing me for a movie?
No. I mean, oftentimes, it could be a singer, it could be a writer, it could be somebody that there's not necessarily a job on the other end of this.
Right.
It's like, I mean, there actually is.
Are they genuine friendships?
Well, they can be.
Yeah.
They definitely
Sometimes
can be.
they evolve into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a drink.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a drink. Sometimes it's just a meeting of the minds.
Do you think you and Brad Pitt will remain friends? Like you will hang out again? Do you think that will happen?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was a good experience for all of you?
You didn't have enough of you that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Did Brad's wife drop by the set every once in a while?
She came by once, actually, but she was pretty much taking care of the kids the entire time. She's very pretty.
Going to put her in a movie?
If I have the right role.
If you do, make her naked. I want to see boobs. I want to see beaver. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. Hair, everything. I don't care what it is. You show it. Just be brave about it. Now, the biggest pain in the ass you ever worked with acting wise got to be De Niro, right? You did not.
No, he was terrific.
You
man.
complained a lot when you worked with. De Niro.
No, I didn't complain.
You said he was calling you all the time. Let's be honest.
No.
He was bothering you.
No. That was not.
There was a recorded conversation.
I know, but that was blown completely out of proportion, and that was about. We were literally talking about negotiating his deal.
Uh-huh.
All right, that was all that was about. No, he was even mad about it actually when he heard about it.
Is that the part you hate?
What?
Negotiating the deal and all
That's
that.
kind of a drag. We have to. You know what you have to do? You got to divorce yourself from it.
Why did you get upset about negotiating his deal?
No, they were just roping. I'm not the one upset. They were the producers. They were roping me into the conversation.
I see. And sometimes they entice you to get involved with the actor and say, "Come on, Bob, knock off the shit."
And I don't do that at all anymore. Hey, look, if you were to call Brad and ask him, I call him Brad and asking him shit.
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to call Brad and ask him something, it's something I want.
Right.
I'm not going to waste my shit on your concerns.
Right. And once you work with Brad, you don't have to sit there and suck his dick all day, do you? I mean, you get down to business.
He's great.
He's self-sufficient.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. That's not my style.
Do you ever have trouble getting what you want out of people, and what do you do then?
Well, you
do autoerotic asphyxiation.
You try to, it normally it works out, but I mean, every once in a while, a director resorts to a couple little tricks.
Yeah.
To entice a performance out or something, or to trick an actor into a performance.
Where do you hang out now? L.A.?
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles. I got to say, I'm looking forward, when this movie is behind me and it's all done, I'm looking forward to getting back to New York. I love my apartment here. I love my life here. I haven't lived in about 3 or 4 years. So
nobody even sees you anymore. You're not even part of the scene. Brian,
I've been in Germany for a year.
Well, stop with that. Brian, you have a rare opportunity to ask a question of Quentin Tarantino. I'll allow Quentin Tarantino here celebrating the release of Inglourious Basterds. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you so much, Howard. You're a great director, Quentin. Now you got Howard there. You got to make a movie. Finally make the Vega Brother movie starring Howard Stern.
Well, I got to tell you something. Quentin looks at me and sees nothing. I mean, he's admitted it.
So he's supposed to be the third Vega brother?
Yeah.
Ernie Vega?
There you go.
Believe me, just the negotiation would piss you off. You thought De Niro was difficult. Forget about it. Well, listen, you are a great film director.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You're doing great things because you're writing original ideas. You're coming up with original movies. And I'm proud of you. I'm even proud that you, I'd say about 65% of the movie is in subtitle, but that's what I think makes it work. This movie is based on language.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's almost one of the things it's about.
It would have to be that way. Yeah. And next time you come back, I want you to talk a little bit more about when you defecated at Brad Pitt's house while you were on Hash. Did you use wet wipes? Did you use dry toilet paper? What did you wash your hands?
Did I use the bidet? It was France,
Did you use the bidet?
I don't think it was a bidet.
How do you use a bidet? Have you ever used one?
I don't quite get it. I don't quite get that. But what is cool is in Japan. They've got those almost robot toilets.
Computerized toilets.
Well, they've got a whole push button system there.
Those are the ones that spray the water and everything? Oh my goodness.
And
when you're in Japan and they spray water up your ass, are you shocked at first? Like water's going in?
Look, there's a little diagram right there next to the toilets are like lazy boys. And you hit the water, boom. If you want it to go around and around, it goes around and around.
Really?
Then all of a sudden you get this air dryer, dries your butt.
Hey, let me ask you something. There was a woman woman who once wrote a book about rebellious directors. You were mentioned one of 6 who were the greatest rebellious directors. And she was kind of nasty. She said, you don't like to shower and you don't like to clean yourself. Were you insulted by that? Is
I
that
never
true?
read that book, actually.
I didn't really read it either. Someone said to me,
do I smell bad?
You smell good today. So I just want to say that it might not be true, right?
Yeah, it's not true.
Right. And he wiped himself.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Why does that start?
No, that's just, actually the joke. She took a joke that back when I was in my 20s with my friends at Video Archives, she took a joke and made a big deal about it. All right. And the joke was, maybe at 25, my hygiene wasn't the best in the world.
Right.
But the joke that the guys used to say at Video Archives, for a guy who doesn't take that many baths, Quentin doesn't smell too bad.
Why wouldn't you read a book about yourself? Wouldn't you be curious to read it?
Well, I've read books about myself, but I knew that one was nasty. And the same thing with an article that comes out that I hear bad things about, or I have a sense that it's not going to turn out good for me. I don't want to read it because, it's like if you say, hey, there's this GQ article about you, and that was kind of nasty. Then I just, fuck that asshole. Because it doesn't mean anything to me. But if you read it, that shit stays with you for the rest of your life.
I happen to agree with you. A couple of years ago, many years ago, some guy wrote a biography. A couple of people wrote these unauthorized biographies, and I tried to read them, and I would get so aggravated because I found they interviewed people who barely, or some of them didn't even know me.
Yeah,
and they were making up stories about me, and I was like, gee, none of this is true, but how am I ever going to... And it stayed with me. I was like angry.
Yeah, like those fucking phrases that you read, like the quotes around them, they just stay with you, and they actually never leave. They're stuck in your head. If you don't read it yourself, then it's just fucking asshole, forget about it, who cares? But when you read it, you give it this permission to be inside you.
When you're working on a film and you're living in Germany for a year, did the Germans get upset that you're making a Nazi film?
No, as a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. I mean, I almost feel like I'm an ambassador to Germany now, because people say, you having seen the movie, they go, wow, I wonder what the Germans think about this.
Yeah.
You got to imagine something. With a possible exception of Jews, if there's anybody that has bringing down the Third Reich fantasies, it's the last few generations of Germans.
Right, they're pissed.
Yeah.
So it's a good life. You're not afraid to fly to all these different places and live there and all that? You're not a...
No, actually, I think that's one of the great things about my life is that I get to, in the case of Kill Bill, I got to live in Beijing for 6 months.
You like that? You like experiencing different cultures?
Yeah,
doesn't scare you?
No, not at all.
Being outside of America doesn't scare you?
No, not at all. I look at it as one of the fortunate things about my life. I get to know friends, and now whenever I go to Germany, I have a whole bunch of friends there now.
Scares
I know
the hell out
different
of me.
bars and clubs and restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Scares
How
me.
you flying? Commercial or you go private?
No, almost always commercial.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you the Weinsteins would send you on a plane somewhere.
But I don't like to hit them up for something like that unless it really is a big deal. But first class is pretty great.
One last question from Mary Ann from Brooklyn. I'll let you out.
Howard, thank God you picked up Quentin. My husband is a super fan. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to ask.
Quickly, what is the question, Mary Ann?
You have to be totally out there to be a good actor. When are you going to have Uma Thurman again? And you and King of All Blacks could have a foot fetish showdown.
Do you have to be crazy to be a good actor, in a sense? What is your opinion on that?
No. Actually, you have to be imaginative, all right? And actually, if you're going to work with me, you have to be smart. I can't work with dumb actors.
So have you worked with dumb actors?
From time to time.
Who is the dumbest actor you work with?
None of the famous people.
But what does it mean to be a dumb actor? In other words, you go, hey man, this is what we're trying to do, and then they just...
No, it's just, my material's pretty deep, actually, and unless you're smart enough to get it, then you're just not going to get it. I've actually had my stuff is pretty funny, but the jokes don't have quotes around them. Mm-hmm. And I've actually had a situation where actors will come in and do the auditions, and when the scene is over, I go, he didn't sell any of my jokes. And they go, what jokes?
Right. I thought this was a serious piece. You know what? Quentin has said to me, I can't put you in one of my movies. You're not smart enough to get it, and I understand that.
You're pretty fucking quick, man.
I don't get
you don't need any fucking stroking as far as that's concerned.
Come on. All right, listen. Quentin Tarantino. Are you dating anyone now, or are you single?
Well, hopefully I'll be dating somebody now I got my life back again. We'll see.
So you don't have a girlfriend?
No, not right now.
Nobody in Germany tickled your feathers?
I hung out with a couple of people, but as far as really having a relationship...
you ever go to a hooker?
It was too... when I was
when you were a kid?
Yeah.
But not now?
No.
You went in Germany, you say, hey, listen, I just need a hand job. And you don't pay for it?
I don't pay for it.
Why did you say I don't pay for pussy?
Yeah, what was that voice?
What is that voice you're putting on? Who is that?
That's the incredulous I don't pay for pussy voice.
Wait a second. let's say you're in Germany, you haven't had a woman in 2 months, you go to one of these places.
I don't pay for pussy.
You just won't do it. I don't blame you. You don't need to. Look, you've covered a lot of ground. I'll give you a break and let you out of here. What are you doing the rest of the day? You got a whole agenda?
Oh man, today is the day.
Today's the promotion day.
Yeah, I've got, this is not optimal, all right, and it just worked out this way, even though we tried to not have it be that way. I'm actually doing Letterman in the afternoon, and then I do Charlie Rose after that. You try not to do these two opposite shows going on. I'm sure I'm going to tell some bullshit Hollywood anecdote on Charlie Rose and talk about healthcare and fucking David Letterman.
Get them all wrong.
Yeah.
Did Letterman, do you do a pre-interview and all that kind of stuff?
I haven't done that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to end up doing one.
Do you feel pressure when you do these interviews? Like you have to be special and full of, I don't know.
What are you going to wear?
Letterman is, Letterman's sort of like the elder statesman.
Right.
So it's like, it's a different situation with him. Like in the case of like Conan or Jimmy Kimmel, it's like, when I go on those shows, in particular Conan and Jimmy Kimmel, it's like I don't go on as a boring director. It's like I'm a comedian, and we know each other, we like each other, we'll set each other up for jokes and stuff. But on Letterman, it's like he's the guy.
Right. A little more pressure.
You're kind of the straight man.
Yeah, right. It's a different kind of role.
Yeah.
You do Leno? Would you ever go on his...
Leno was the first guy to ever bring me on television.
Do you think he will succeed at 10 o'clock? I say no. Be honest. Do you think it's going to work?
Oh, I do think it's going to work.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. That's actually the interesting part about it.
It's going to be the Tonight Show at 10 o'clock.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be.
It will not work. All right, listen.
Well, is Brad Pitt doing anything today?
Yeah, now where is this Brad Pitt? Let me get a hold of him.
Okay. When I heard you were talking to you, were like, I wonder why he's not on the show. Oh, I wonder why he's not on the show. I loved going to your show, except for the couple of times I'm actually in a celebrity couple. Then I don't want to go near your show.
You just come here and you answer the questions. All right, listen. See Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. I've seen it. It's great. And you will have fun. You will see Jews beating up Germans, scalping Germans, hitting Germans in the head with baseball bats, shooting Germans, blowing Germans up.
Scalps? Maybe I have to wait.
Oh, they collect them. They collect them. Yeah, every man in Brad Pitt's unit owes him 100 scalps.
Ah.
Yeah, it's good. It's really a lot of fun, and you're a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And we'll get together. We'll drink some rosé. You're going to tell me all the chicks you're banging, and then I'll come here and report to Robin.
Okay.
All right, listen. You've said it all. You've said a lot. In fact, who knows what you've said? And
we'll read about it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll see whatever you said wrong.
There could be some lawsuits.
That's right. Listen, see Quentin Tarantino, Inglourious Basterds. Go see it. Check it out. I think you'll really love it. And we'll be back right after these words. Thanks, Quentin.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Quentin, how'd it go, dude?
It went great.
So how does it feel knowing that Howard really likes this movie?
Oh man, that's really cool. It's really cool, and I didn't know that until I got in there. So that was really groovy.
Nice, man. And he said at the end, like, you might have said too much, or you said a lot. Do you think you said too much today?
I don't think I did.
So how was it seeing everyone after all these years again?
Well, actually, it's not been that long. It's only been like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only been 2 years. I was here for Grindhouse, so I've been at Cirrus before.
All right, man. So you had a good time today?
I had a blast.
Show yesterday there was a couple interesting things. Oh, this guy says he has interesting information on True Blood, but I don't want to know any plot
Is
points.
he going to give us
Rich?
spoilers?
Howard, it's not about the plot. I wish I knew what the hell was going on.
Right.
In the show. The lead guy, Bill Compton, right, the lead vampire?
Yeah.
He was in a movie that I happened to just watch recently, and I said, that's Compton. It's a movie that you talked about when it came out. Quills.
Rich?
Jeffrey Rush.
Rich, I got to get out of this.
That's interesting information.
It's Jeffrey Rush, Bill Compton. His real name is Stephen Moyers.
Oh.
He was in the movie Quills.
That was a good movie, Quill.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't even remember it, but I remember liking it.
Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
All right, Rich, thank you. Please. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
That's the information that
He had to break in with that.
the guy had another acting job.
Can you believe that guy worked before True Blood and played another character?
He's an actor, and he acted in something else.
All right. Now,
That was the worst phone call of all time.
that might have been the worst call ever.
I think get that guy back. He's the worst call of all time.
Thank you for your call.
He gets a prize.
The guy from True Blood was in another.
douche.
Tommy, you're on the air. Hi, Tommy, in Malden, Mass.
Hey, Howard. You know something? You know how much you mean to people? I want to thank you for yesterday's show. That was that should go in that broken down building in Chicago there, the Radio Hall of Fame. The Ted Kennedy show was unbelievable.
Tommy, thank you. But speaking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this is the greatest listener out there. Sent me, I got in the mail, Robin, a letter and a big box, and this box weighs a ton. It's from a guy named Craig. And, there's a Radio Hall of Fame, and we basically pointed out that it's a ridiculous organization because it's one guy who decided to call it the Radio Hall of Fame, and he's in charge of it. And the guy's not even known in radio, and nobody even knows what his credentials are. So anyway, I got a letter from Craig, and it's addressed Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Dear Mr. Stern, congratulations on your induction to Craig's Radio Hall of Fame. Each year, our panel, me, some friends, and my neighbor with the oval-shaped pool, select a radio personality that we think is really, really good. This year, it's you that we like. Isn't that cool? Though we do not have an actual building, your framed photo and brass nameplate will be mounted on my half-furnished basement with a full bathroom, by the way. You can visit anytime you like as long as you call a day or two in advance so we can clean up the toys and other shit down there. So again, congratulations on this ultimate honor. You are really, really good. Sincerely, Craig, founder and running things guy for CRHOF. And
that's great.
Look at this. This is a Craig's Radio Hall of Fame trophy.
Oh, wow. He went out and really did something.
And on it says Craig's Radio Hall of Fame recognizes Howard Stern for being really, really good at radio stuff and all things like that. 2009.
That's great.
And it's a big glass block. It's gorgeous with a big star.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to put that here in the studio up on our ledge, on our mantle.
You should visit that.
I should go visit the Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's so funny. And it's perfect.
So I'm the winner of the Craig's Radio Hall of Fame for Outstanding Radio.
Because that's the same as that Dumont guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wendy?
There's absolutely no difference.
Wendy, it's Bruce Dumont.
What? I won?
Oh. Where are your tears for Craig's Radio Hall of Fame?
I might have Craig call in so I can have my tears.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, so yesterday on the wrap-up show, I was listening to some of it. I didn't get to hear all of it. But they dragged Scott the engineer in there, who's always good radio. And the discussion was mostly about Scott's DJ business. We haven't mentioned that DJ AM was preceded by Scott the engineer. And, as I was listening to this on the radio, I was thinking about Scott the engineer. The one profession, who's the one guy you wouldn't want at a party? It would be Scott the engineer. And the profession he chose
was party.
Was a party. Like, he runs the party.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick a more bizarre sort of side job.
When have you ever looked at Scott and say, now that's a party?
Right.
You're coming to my wedding.
DJ Downer.
And I'd like to call up Michael's best friend, Michael, who has a toast for the graduation boy.
Where's my shit?
I wonder how those weddings he presided over worked out.
They all ended in divorce. There wasn't one that succeeded. So anyway, here's Scott talking about his DJ business and what's happened to it.
5 years ago, I did a wedding. I came home. I put my shit in the closet, and I said to my wife, I am done. My equipment is still sitting in that closet. 5 years later, I have never touched it since.
Maybe I'll buy it off you.
It's worth a lot of money.
You're telling me if the price wasn't right, you wouldn't come out of retirement?
If the price was right, I would come out of retirement.
It was so great. Like when in Vegas, everything's about the DJ.
So if anybody wants me to DJ their weddings,
forget wedding. It should be like, ladies and gentlemen, at Club Pure, Saturday night, Scott the engineer.
I would love to do clubs right now. That would be the...
You don't know half the music.
It's not hard to figure out what it is.
If it's not hard to figure out, why isn't he doing it? The guys are making tons of money.
Then they talked to Scott about the fact that, when he was DJ, the DJ has to learn all the dances and has to...
He has to be up on things.
Yeah, it's sort of like a show.
In the club.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's the fun guy at the party.
Right.
You want to hang with him. And Scott refused to adapt as a DJ. He would not alter that personality of his one bit. He was not going to bend for anyone.
It used to crack me up when he'd get into that tuxedo.
Yeah, his outfit.
Bend records.
Did you ever sing along?
No, I would.
You would yell hands up though, right? You would do the hands up.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't really sing. I would just go hands up, but I wouldn't sing.
Was that how you did it? Would you just like state hands up, everyone?
I resisted every time a new thing came out, like the Macarena or Electric Slide. The DJ had to learn those dances, so most times he would be able to teach people.
Can you learn those dances?
No, I never learned those dances.
Scott, can you do the Electric Slide?
No, I faked it. What I would do is like, all right, we got a request for Electric Slide from her. Now you come up and you have to lead everybody on the Electric Slide. I would make the people that requested that song.
I don't believe him.
Come up.
I think he could definitely do it.
I'll tell you the one song I knew he did learn. Hands up. I saw him on the fucking conga line doing it.
Yes, Scott?
No, I just, Doug just offered me a gig that they're having for Beetlejuice, a party at the end of October, and I turned him down.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'm so out of the music scene for parties. I have no idea what I'm just, I was done with it. I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Scott's so funny. He's got that antiquated equipment in his closet, and he goes, well, if anybody, and then Gary goes, well, I should buy it off you. He goes, oh, it's worth a lot of money.
It's not antiquated.
Yeah, but come on.
CD players, but it's an amp and speakers and a mixer, which
it's worth a lot of money. Did you think
it costs a lot of money?
But it's not even state of the art anymore.
Well, the speakers are. I mean, they're Bose speakers. You can't get any better than that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somehow Scott smelled some dough there,
right?
But that's. I'm just surprised you turned down the gig. I mean,
I just wouldn't do a good job. Number one,
right? Did you ever do a good job?
Yeah, I did.
That never stopped you before.
It's a legitimate gig. Like it's a party potentially for 300 people. We're very early in the stage of planning it for Beetlejuice's launch for his show that's coming up in October.
Once you get a real DJ.
And I mean, he has 2 months to practice. No, it's not like a goof. Like we need a DJ. Came up yesterday.
You know what? Forget him. And he's out of the business.
You play that Boom Boom song or something.
It's Boom Boom, right?
Boom Boom Pow.
I play that all night. There you go.
Everybody get on the dance floor now. Here's a very popular song. Get, boom, boom, pow. Get. Gotta get.
I could just play this over and over again.
Yeah, go have a cigarette.
I like that Scott doesn't want to do the DJ work because he's afraid he wouldn't do a good job. But of course, that doesn't stop him from coming into here.
I was like, it never stopped him before.
Aren't you afraid you're not going to do a good job here?
I am, but
I
keep coming back every day.
The line he just said to us is like, I'm irrelevant.
That's right.
When were you relevant?
Well, years ago, I was very relevant.
He said
when was Eisenhower president?
His newest music is 6 years old at this point.
I got to tell you, when I wore my toupee, I looked a lot different back then. Now that I don't have my hair, I don't think I'm as relevant. I look like Colin Farrell.
I'm done. Done with that. The pile-on begins.
Back then, I looked like Colin Farrell. Now I look like Colin's ferret.
Yes, Gary.
I think I've just uncovered another piece of Stern history. So Ronnie told me that Scott had a video, and when you wanted to hire him, he would come to the house and show you the video of him DJing.
Oh.
And I would love to see it, but he said that Ronnie's son said, when he was getting married, that he came and showed the video, and that, for Ronnie's kid, that was it. He wasn't hiring Scott based on what he saw in the video.
Oh, really? The video was a turnoff.
It was a non-sales tool.
Scott's staring like he knows this is 100% true. You don't even want to come back to defend yourself.
Scott, what was the video?
It was just me doing a wedding.
Do you still have it?
Probably somewhere. I don't know.
Could you please bring
around.
it to me?
You got to find it.
Yeah, that's a TV special.
Excuse me.
That's worth money.
Would you like to see my highlight reel?
Sure.
I'm sure it'll excite you.
I can't believe it. Ronnie's son looked at the video and said, next.
It's like the DJ version of Schindler's List. So depressing.
The son of a friend.
I know I look like a sad sack sitting here, but when you see me in my tuxedo,
I'm a different guy.
I thought I did a pretty good job, for what it was.
I mean, I did a great job.
I'm a different guy when I get behind that turntable.
That's right.
Isn't it weird that your highlight reel turned them off?
I guess.
Here I am taking my 5th smoking break. I often need to go out and have a cigarette to relax. But don't worry, the music will flow. I have an assistant who spins.
Yeah.
Here's me saying hands up.
Sir, can you wake up?
Here's people refusing to pay me. Here's me driving off. I put
That's why they call the song Hands Up. I used to use a gun to get my money.
Wasn't Joey Boots your
That's how the
assistant?
dance started.
For a little while, yeah. He helped me out.
Great.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like a good team.
That was great.
Those parties must have ended early.
Can you imagine? Mr. Fun is here.
Yeah.
The life of the party.
Mr. Fun and his fun assistant.
A gay drug addict and a downer of a DJ.
And Mr. Zippity Doodah.
A gay drug addict and Joey Boots.
I used to get. I didn't know he was gay. I used to get undressed in front of him too.
I wanted somebody to try to suck my cock.
And he's still gay.
Wait, you used to do like a costume change? You used to go.
No, I would come in dungarees when we set up. I would just come in
then you get in
jeans
his
and stuff.
tuxedo.
Then I change.
Alter ego.
Then I change into my,
like Superman.
That's right. My super outfit. My super tux.
Are there two people you'd want at your party the least? I mean, like, can you name them? Joey Boots. Scott the engineer show up with them.
I'm schlepping in my equipment now, but don't worry, I'm in my jeans. That's when I'm moving stuff. Then I'll slip into my outfit.
I mean, I wouldn't accuse anybody of anything, but if anybody remembers anything missing from one of those weddings.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
It's a great... Why, did you want to add something?
No, nothing.
See, when you get into his DJ days, I just think of the time that the kids attacked.
We've been through this.
Yeah, well, the kids beat him up.
He got beaten up by 6-year-olds.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Okay.
I won't embarrass you with that story. What else?
Oh, one of his better DJ days.
Scott.
Oh, it's you.
What? You're not confident enough?
No, not now. Not anymore. I used to be.
You're too far out of the
I was
game?
the life of the party.
When?
1927. That would be it.
No, so seriously, how long would it take for you to get back in the game?
Oh, it would take a while. I mean, I would have to get all the music that's current, not only current, for the past probably 10 years of music to get up to date. I'd have to get new equipment. I mean, it's a big investment to get back into the thing.
So a lot of time and money would have to put into this?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they don't even use CDs anymore, which is really, I stopped 5 years ago, and now nobody uses CDs anymore. Technology is so far advanced from 5 years ago that they use a laptop with a hard drive. That's it. So everything would have to be set up again, Can I tell
So
you?
not even for Beetlejuice?
Nobody gets me.
I have an offer.
A
legitimate offer.
Doug
Again,
Goodstein with an
Again,
offer.
I'm not doing this as a goof. Like, it came up yesterday, this on the air with you and DJing, and then in a meeting, like 4 hours later, we needed a DJ. How about we'll get a DJ and you could be the celebrity host? Like DJs have.
Okay. I would consider.
So it's sort of like a DJ, but you'll just introduce some songs. You'll talk to the crowd.
Right. Okay. I'll think about that.
And I'll pay you.
Oh, look at that! Even money involved with this. Look at that.
What do you think?
It sounds reasonable. I'll think about it. I'll let you know.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? No goof.
Everything. It is a goof because everything Doug does, there's always a motive behind it. So, of course, it's a goof.
There's no goof.
There's going to be cameras there.
What's the goof? We're going to have
It's a Beetlejuice show. There's going to be cameras there. Here comes Scott the engineer to make a fucking fool out of himself.
What's the goof? It's a party with 300 Stern fans.
Oh yeah, just what I need. Just what I need.
Beetlejuice show. And what's the goof? What could go wrong?
No, I wouldn't get heckled at all, right? From 300 Stern fans at a party that I'm fucking hosting.
You gotta do it.
You're Scott Super DJ.
Super DJ, right?
You're too good to DJ, so you could just
maybe
be on the mic.
Maybe if you can control the amount of tomatoes that get thrown at me, I might consider.
We'll talk.
We'll have the business discussion. We have this is called negotiation tactics. See, you gotta wait. You gotta wait and see. Play out the scenario.
As you know, sitting here this evening, we have a few members of the staff of the Howard Stern Show. Hey, look who's here! Oh my God. Why don't we introduce Gary Baba Booey? tell you what, freaking bastard smokes like a... This guy smokes, he's dying of cancer. Like a lot. I know, right?
Give me that. Just give me it for a second. Look at Scott's hair, and look at John's hair, and you tell me what it's like.
Jackie almost think it's okay, Joe and Marley. Jackie, what's someone to do a few minutes ago? He's not making his usual thing, $10,000.
Give me that. The last time I was at a wedding, and this is a wedding. Because you can't buy this lack of atmosphere for a regular party. Just kidding, Mr. Ganji. I'm very excited that I bought Mike's father, who's like within 14 minutes of my age, and I'm twice Mike's age, so I'm visiting my friend Mike. His father and I should be out fishing together. Last time I was at a wedding, and somebody asked me to do time to come up and said, listen, do some jokes. The whole family wants to hear the jokes. I swear to God, the bride's mother was dry heaving in the bathroom. So, curse Lee. How do you say it? Huh? I'm bowing out. Okay.
Let me just say one thing.
No, John.
You blew my moment.
Of course I did.
You blew my moment.
Of course I don't think you
I was gonna say it's got a bit target with the military character.
What? That freaking. What do you say?
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show. What happened on Monday's wrap-up show?
I don't know. I wasn't there. You were there.
Oh,
I'm being serious.
Well, we were talking about Stern Act. Did you have anything to do with Stern Act?
Yeah.
Great segment.
Thank you.
And then we did, let's see, Gary and I, we talked about our relationship. He's always fucking fighting with me. You have anything to say about that?
Do you want to get along better? Or?
Yeah, I like Gary. I don't know what his problem is.
What do you like about
And then the last thing was, we talked about Ronnie.
No, what do you like most about him? I'm being serious. Would you guys enjoy hanging out together?
I think we're a lot alike. We have a lot of the same interests, sports, and
you guys should hang out then if you want to work on a relationship.
Yeah. And then the last thing we talked about was Ronnie.
What's going on?
Ronnie's sex tips.
Okay.
What'd you think of those? Do you think they're useful?
I mean, I guess anything, is good with... it's individual, so it's not like, I don't know...
Well,
if I just do...
All right, so anyway, so watch it coming up.
If I just do on your nipple what Ronnie suggests, you might not be into it, but someone else might.
Since Gary's not here, I've got Scott DePace in the chair.
Wow. How'd you get me?
You like co-hosting?
Yeah, pay me some money.
Well, that's what it's all about. Can't help out a friend here?
Yeah.
How are you and Gary getting along these days, by the way? I meant to ask you that.
Pretty good. He always likes to get his jabs in, though. But I think...
And you don't?
No, I don't. No.
Really?
It's all him.
You don't ever take shots at Gary. He only takes them at you.
It's weird, because I'll say something just like light and fluffy, sort of.
Like what?
And he'll hit back like was a punch.
Give me an example, a light and fluffy example.
I don't know. I'll just say something on the Squawk Box, like... the Mets suck or something stupid like that, and he'll just come back with something hard that you're like, whoa, easy, I was just joking.
So he's always going for your throat?
It just seems it seems like when I'm walking by him, he's got boxing gloves on and he's ready to go. He's expecting me to, that's just my vibe. I don't know.
But you're getting along better than...
Yeah, I think so.
Until the next thing rolls around, right?
Exactly.
It's just a matter of time. Well, Scott's sitting in until Gary gets here, so I'm sure you're all thrilled to hear that. But
that's it. I'll leave.
Oh, please, don't threaten me. How bizarre was it to hear Sternak on the Howard Stern Show?
I love Sternak. It's one of my favorite things. I just love the lightness of it, and everyone, yucking it up. I think it's awesome.
It's funny because, Sternak is an older bit, which is based on a very old bit, a Carson bit. And I was wondering, did it matter if you knew where that was coming from? And the answer is no, as long as the jokes are good.
Exactly. The one today, what was the one about the Pope? The what is the black guy? What was it? Come on.
What, the Black Keys?
No. What does the black guy say when the Pope was elected?
Oh, Betty White?
Betty White.
Yeah.
That was good.
No, there were a lot of good lines in there, and I loved Howard trying to keep the hat on and, struggle a little bit, but I was glad to hear it, and I hope that we'll be hearing that bit again sometime soon. Like we always say, if the jokes are there, it's going to work, and you don't necessarily need to know the context.
Right. No, it was good stuff.
I still can't believe you cried to Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
I never said I cried to it. I just said it was a very sad song.
Well, did you have?
Speaking of criers, here comes one.
Did you have the? Did you have the?
Does that make me less of a man?
Did you have the? Oh, I am apparently.
Do you cry to anything?
When Duke died about
I can't wait to see you weep when your son goes off to college.
Did you?
I didn't. I was psyched for him, but I could see you be one of those guys.
I might. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You didn't get choked up at all, Gary, when Jackson finally left?
I thought I was going to, and Mary did in the car, but I didn't. It was just such an exciting time for him, and it was something that he worked so hard for. And I didn't get to do it. That was probably the key. I didn't get to go away to school, so I was so happy for him, and I thought I was going to. I mean, I was a little bit sad, but I was so happy for him to achieve what he wanted to do that I didn't cry.
Scott was saying before that I asked how you guys are getting along, and you said pretty well, but a lot of times he'll say something light and fluffy, and you'll immediately go for the jugular. Is that a fair characterization?
I think he's just as bad about that too, but he probably doesn't. I would say both of us don't see it that way. We've been getting along fine, but yeah, if you take a crack at me, I'm going to go for you, and the same thing too. What'd you just say to me in there?
Well, yeah, exactly. I said we were talking about the song. Howard said, "Boy, that's a wimpy song." You thought was.
Yeah, I said something stupid. I said something.
And then
really...
I just said, "I never said I cried." And then Gary said,
"I can't remember exactly what it was, but what was it? Something about being goofy to cry over that song."
Yeah, and I'm. You're too weak or something like that.
I don't talk like that. I did take a shot at you.
Another thing we heard a lot of during the show today was a new feature of Ronnie's sex tips. Now Ronnie's talked about this stuff on Wrap Up before, but on this one, Ronnie, was that stuff that was written for you? Were you improv in there, going off the cuff? How did that all come together?
What do you mean written for me?
He lived it. He didn't have to write it.
What are you talking about?
Because you've talked about anal and other stuff on the show, and somebody could have written it down and said, "Hey."
Yeah, well, did I write about it when I talked about it on the show?
No, but somebody could.
Did I write it? Did I write a script?
Somebody could have heard it and written it down for you and had it said.
Nobody wrote anything down. It was off the cuff, man.
Yeah, I thought they were great.
I cut a whole shitload of them today.
The one where you put a vibrator under your balls while she's blowing you.
Yeah.
So is that the same vibrator that she is using?
What's the difference?
I don't know.
What's it, dirty?
Yeah,
is it dirty?
Dude, you're not supposed to. I'm not even gonna get into it.
It might be dirty
from stick it in your ass.
Yeah, it might be dirty from that.
I didn't say you don't have to stick it all the way in your ass. Okay, just.
Yeah, because there's nothing dirty on the rim.
Keep it on the outside.
Are you
Gary, what are you talking about? You eat ass. What are you talking about?
I did it once 100 years ago.
Bullshit, you did it more than once.
Yeah, I know. I did it once.
Yeah,
are you the one sticking it in your ass, or does she do it?
Whatever. Either way.
Has it happened where she does it?
Maybe. You never know.
How do you know? I always want to answer this question. If you're going to let somebody stick something in your ass, how do you know they know when to stop?
Well, you got to tense up.
What if that doesn't slow them down?
Well,
God, does she lube it up?
Then you'll scream a lot. What can I say?
Lubed, or is it just
no lube, dude.
How many of these tips do you have?
Oh, I got a bookload of them.
And when did you? I mean, have you just done this over the years? Is it recent? Did you do this when you were young? Like
what? The tips?
Yeah, no, not. I know you just recorded the tips. I mean, like the actual acts themselves. Have you been doing these for a very long time, or is this relatively?
Did
recent?
I say I did them?
Yes, you did say on the wrap-up show that you put your pee hole on a girl's nipple.
You were very clear about
that. Gary, for God's sakes.
No, that was one of your tips.
Yeah, and I want to know how many of you guys went home and really you guys tried it and you're full of shit and you won't admit it.
Wait, I didn't hear it. You stick your pee hole on a girl's nipple?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to do?
Try it and find out.
For you or for her?
Both.
Ronnie,
get the fuck out of here.
Ronnie was explaining. He was explaining.
An asshole. You're an asshole. You don't know, man. I'm telling you.
He was explaining that's the time that he tasted his own cum because
a little pre-semen came out and then he licked her nipple.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's the best part of it. When the pre-semen comes out and you know.
But wait, that one
like
you
the head
knew.
Of your head,
so you
your
knew
head of your dick is all like lubricated and you rub it around on the nipple. She goes ballistic, dude.
What? And you knew that your pre-cum was there and you went for it.
Dude, you're in the heat of the moment. What, are you kidding me?
It's the best part.
If you're going to play in the mud, you're going to get dirty.
John, and your 80 blowjobs?
It's not like you're licking shit, dude.
It's practically.
Oh, stop it. You never ate a girl's pussy out?
Sure, but not after I came in her.
Yeah, but dude, you ate a girl's pussy, you got her cum in your mouth. What the hell's the big deal?
Hers is fine. It's not mine.
Oh, God, what a baby. What a baby. You're not a man.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Zach Braff came in and he talked about everything that's going on with Kickstarter and also what it was like to meet JD and how that could be a little bit awkward. Here's what happened.
Let's talk about Zach Braff, Gary. I didn't really know what to expect from him when he came in. I've read that like he could be a jerk sometimes. I loved him when he was on Scrubs. I thought Garden State was a good movie, and I knew he was a fan of the show. And I thought he really did a good job as a guest today.
Great job. I mean, you got a great sense of him. You know, I didn't know him much. I met him at Howard's house. I sat next to him at a dinner, and the thing that I thought was funny was, what's Beetlejuice like? What's JD like? Like really like a super, super fan, lover of the show forever, which he said. I thought his story about pulling up to Howard's house and, you know, being more nervous than meeting Obama and also hearing Howard and Robin talk and feeling like he's hearing the radio show, that I get that.
Yeah, he walked around the office and he seemed genuinely interested in meeting everybody, which all guests really don't do. Even guests who say they're fans of the show really don't do. But when he was in with Howard, it was a very comfortable conversation, but I thought he was very forthright with a lot of things, whether it was the women in his life, this Kickstarter campaign, all that stuff. And that's what makes a good guest. Just be honest. Even if you don't want to answer something, say, I don't want to answer that, and then Howard will respect that.
Yeah, he sort of got that. And this is what a super fan he is. I said, you know, he's dating this beautiful model named Taylor, who I've met also. And I said, where's Taylor? And he looked at me and he goes, yeah, I'm not bringing her here today. You're like, he knows.
So he knows the show.
But I respect that.
Yeah, you have to. I didn't know, though, I guess reflecting on it makes sense, but how quickly he got really successful. I mean, he had Scrubs and Garden State really back to back, and all of a sudden he's the guy for a while there. And he even said he got a little depressed even though he had everything. But managing that success in your 20s is tough. I mean, of course you're going to be an asshole some of the times. It kind of comes with the territory, don't you think?
Listen, it's really hard to, you know, if women are loving you and you it wasn't like a big thing for you in high school, and also women love you, I think every guy would fall into that trap. It just depends, you know, how long you got to get out of it at some point, or then it just becomes sad, right, Steve?
Taylor in Brooklyn.
I say because Steve and I were talking about somebody today. Not that Steve is there. We were discussing another person.
Well, speaking of Brooklyn, Taylor, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, I was curious what you guys think about some of the criticism people have spoken out about Zach Braff using Kickstarter when really Kickstarter is meant to be, you know, for true startups, and you know, potentially, you know, he could get in a room with people with money to get some funding, and you know, just wondering what you guys think about it.
I'll tell you my opinion. I think that I don't know where that rule is written. You know, if something gets created, I think something like that is self-regulated, meaning if he had an idea and nobody gave a shit, then it would die. You know, they talked about Melissa Joan Hart. She seems like a very nice person, but it's almost like a popularity contest. And so, you know, the audience spoke and they said, I don't want to see a Melissa Joan Hart project. The audience spoke and said, I want to see a Zach Braff project and a Veronica Mars project. And we've talked, like I said to John, if you told me for $50, I could put $50 up and that would go towards a Sopranos movie, I'd do that in a minute. So I think it's, you know, I understand people are like, hey, he can get in front of people, but he got in front of people and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's the backlash. I think, you know, Kickstarter is sort of a grassroots kind of thing, and you want to help out the little guy. And in this case, you're not helping out a little guy. You're helping out an established star or like a pet project like a Veronica Mars. I'm okay with it. You know, like you said, if you go on there and you raise the money or you don't, that's one thing. But I don't think it's going to discourage people from doing it. And I also don't think you're going to see folks going on there with $50 million budgets saying, we need your money, we want your help. I think, if anything, like Zach said, it did bring attention to Kickstarter if you didn't know what it was before. And some of those inventions on there and the other things, they're really cool. And The thing I like about the site is if you've got the product and a good pitch, you'll get the money, and if you don't, you won't. And that's sort of a great testing ground if you're trying to start something up.
Yeah, you have to work off the idea, which I don't buy into, that every single person that donated money to Zach Braff's project was going to donate to somebody else on there. That's not the case.
I don't think it is.
I think if you have something good, whether you're a Hollywood star or an inventor, the good stuff is going to float to the top.
Kenny, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey now, great show, guys. Gary, you're a working class hero and best part of the show. No, I think that Zach is just way off, because if he's a filmmaker who believes in his piece of art like he claims to, he has the money to finance it himself. He doesn't have to whore out his project to Kickstarter. Kickstarter is supposed to be for people who are outside of the Hollywood system, people who can't get money otherwise.
Yeah, hey, Zach, come sit down. Zach,
I can't stay, but I just wanted to say hi.
Zach, just in 2 seconds. We're actually talking about you right now. We're talking about Kickstarter. This guy's rap is, he's saying, and I was disagreeing with it, that you're whoring it out. You're taking it away. The Kickstarter's for people who are independent people that don't have the access that you have.
Yeah, but you're a Hollywood guy.
Or,
so you're not
or the money that he has, because he can afford to pay for it himself. Coppola financed Apocalypse Now. Mel Gibson financed Passion of the Christ.
I can't hear what you're saying, but I do know that Coppola didn't fully finance Apocalypse.
Coppola financed that movie, and guess what? It almost ruined him.
Well, hold on, Kenny. You'll get your answer.
Well, I can't hear in here. But anyway, here we go. What I would say is that I am contributing my own money to the film, in your analogy that Coppola contributed his own money to Apocalypse Now, but he certainly didn't finance Apocalypse Now 100% himself.
No, it was a movie after that he did. There's a movie that he did after with Zoetrope Studios that he put a lot of his money in that almost bankrupted him.
What, Places in the Heart?
I think it was one of those movies. It just, not Places in the Heart, but Heartbeat or something. But he did put up all his money. It's funny because I don't think you're taking any money away from anybody on the site. If anything, you probably brought people to the site. I
brought over 20,000 people so far registered to the site. The day I launched, they had their biggest traffic day they've ever had. The CEO released a statement saying at minimum at least $400,000 has gone from our projects to other projects on the site. And not to mention, all I'm doing in addition to promoting my own project around the world is promoting this concept of crowdsourcing art. I become their spokesperson, willingly or unwillingly, around the earth. This thing, whether you love it or not, is on the cover of newspapers across the globe, and it's introduced Kickstarter and crowdfunding to people that knew nothing about it.
But, okay, so what about the next guy? So you've done that for them, but what about, somebody comes down the road in a year and wants to finance a movie, but they're a Hollywood person? Why is that an issue?
I don't know, Gary. I continue having this debate, and every time I have it with people like you and Howard and all the other interviews I'm doing, people keep saying, "Will you please explain the controversy to me?" And I'm the one that has to tell people why people are mad. I don't really understand it.
My feeling is like I'm not a fan of Rush Limbaugh. Okay, I'm going to put it right out there. If Rush Limbaugh went on there and had a project and people wanted to pay for it, I'll be like, well, that's great for them. That's not my thing. It doesn't bother me one way or another. If enough people are interested in him to help him do a project, then go do it.
Well, that's what keeps happening is people keep saying, people are like, I don't understand. It's opt-in. I didn't levy a tax on the country. What I said to my fan base, and by the way, first and foremost, if you're not a fan of mine, why are you even in this conversation? You're not going to be into this. There might be someone you do like who you'd be into it for. Like, insert your favorite artist. If they said, I'm going to give you, a year and a half's worth of behind the scenes content for $10, you might go, oh, that'd be cool. But so if you're my fan, what I said was, hey, here's a wacky out of the box way to make a movie. Are you into it or not? And 40,000 people so far said yes. Other people haven't. They moved on. Why are you in the conversation if you don't like me? This is opt-in. It's a fun project. It's an adventure. Come on the adventure or not. But why are you wasting this time writing a 40-page blog about why you hate me? It just seems like such a waste of your energy.
Zach, as a super fan of the show, how was it being on that couch today?
It was incredible. I went by. Everyone had told me. All of my friends have done the show. Said, watch how fast it goes. Even Gary had told me it's going to zip by, and it felt genuinely like 20 minutes. And he said it was an hour and a half or something.
Right. We went on for a long time, but I thought you guys did really well together.
Well, we genuinely like each other. I mean, obviously I'm a fan of his, but we genuinely like the times we've hung out socially. We really we have a lot of the same interests, including photography and everything.
Who was the person that you were most interested to meet today? on the staff?
JD, I really was just curious to know if he was as odd as he seems to
and
be. He was a little even odder. I mean, he was in his little cubicle fishbowl thing, and
I would have done more. So what happened was, who wanted to meet him last week that I brought around? It was a woman that. Molly, Jimmy's wife.
Oh, I love Molly. Yeah.
So she really wanted to meet JD. So I go there and I start helping the conversation along.
Yeah.
And JD seemed just very irritated. So today I didn't even go. Like I would have said,
yeah, he didn't look psyched to meet me at all. The other guys, like Sal and Richard were genuinely psyched, and they welcomed me in their room, and we shot the shit for a little bit. Like JD looked like I was like in his way and bothering him.
He does. I give tours all the time, and the running joke is I love to get people up in his face because it makes him so fucking uncomfortable.
He looked at me like, dude, I have work to do. What the hell do you want? And I'm like, dude, I'm a fan of the show. I just kind of meeting everyone, right, Gary? He looked at me like, how much longer is this hello gonna take?
But you're see, the funny thing is, I know JD, you're taking it the wrong way. You're taking it like he was annoyed. He's not annoyed. He doesn't know what to say to you. He doesn't know how to react, and he wants it to be over because it makes him uncomfortable because he doesn't know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what happened.
Zach, Ronnie just walked in here. I just want to get your take on Ronnie's sort of rise as a star. I mean, you know what he did beforehand. Now he's a media personality.
Yeah,
and. Does it surprise you at all that Ronnie's become this sort of entertainment force?
No, I think Howard talks about Ronnie so much that it was bound to happen. I mean, the guys that Howard focuses on, as a fan, they obviously become, Gary, the ultimate example. They become celebrities in their own right. And Howard talks about Ronnie all the time. So the fans are interested in what Howard's interested in.
Were you guys exchanging like working with Bill Lawrence stories when you met, or?
Yeah, we talked about Cougar Town a little bit, and he's telling me about all his 3 shows that are coming out, plus Cougar Town being renewed. So.
Ronnie was surprised I didn't have an entourage.
No entourage. I was shocked.
I just showed up with my backpack, and he looked at me like something was wrong with me.
It is rare. I have to say, it's rare that somebody shows up alone.
Very rare.
I don't have an entourage. I don't roll like that.
Well, at least you had a hot chick show up later. For your entourage.
That was a whole other disaster. She walked in
right during the Richard thing,
and Rich
right?
is getting beer poured in his ass, and I wanted to turn the TV off in there because
what happens is the company that I have where my publicist works sends someone, even though I often have never met the person, and that's just they feel like it's their duty to send someone, and they send this poor girl, and she's sitting in the dressing room with me, and she looks up at the monitor. And it is, I'm a fan. I've seen a lot of shit on this show. This was probably the most graphic thing I've ever seen. It was an overhead shot down into Richard's asshole. I mean, you could see like what he ate for dinner last night. And this poor girl she's sitting here like this with her hand over her eyes.
And I wanted to turn the TV off. I go, I'm going to turn the TV off. And Zach's like, no, I want to see how this ends.
Well, yeah, I was fascinated and riveted. But,
she was fine, but I was bummed.
She's been here before. She knows the deal.
All right.
I got to go because I'm doing I'm doing other radio shows.
Okay.
But I had to stop by and say hi. And
thank you.
We got to take a break, but please plug the Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. Please check it out, Kickstarter.com. And you can search for my name, Zach Braff, or the title of the movie, which is Wish I Was Here. We only have 48 more hours, so come join the fun. I promise you're going to have a good time.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all we talked about was anxiety. It started off with JD and his anxiety to meet anybody who's coming through who wants to meet him, and that quickly turned to Bill Hader's anxiety and everyone's anxiety here about working on this show. So get ready for plenty of anxiety. Before we get to Bill Hader and Lisa Lampanelli, I do want to talk about the role playing that you and Howard did to help JD and how it had absolutely no effect whatsoever.
I really, really do like JD, and we do break his balls a little bit, but the stuff that I was saying off the air and on the air today, I really think in my mind is constructive. I want to help him because I was saying to the news, like, I know that if this thing went away tomorrow, one of the dream jobs he'd love to have would be to do a similar job for Jimmy Kimmel. Mm-hmm. So he now has standing behind him the head writer and Jimmy's wife. And I'm just like, so sort of like, just talk a little bit, be a little bit more. And then Shuli said to me, well, if JD becomes charming, is he still JD? And I'm like, yeah, he'll always be JD, but I just wish he were a little more talkative because I feel like I've spent a lot of time over the years telling JD how good he is at his job. I still don't think you know how good you are, and I think you don't.
I will never say how good I am.
You can't feel the compliment.
You can tell it to me, but if I start to if I start to believe it, I don't want to. I'd rather just say, all right, thank you, and I'll just keep doing my thing.
But you can know you're good at something and still be humble.
Yeah, well, okay, but I know I'm dedicated and stuff like that, but if I voice it, I feel there's an arrogant part.
You don't have to voice it, but you can be like, hey, thank you, I work really hard, I do appreciate it. You can't even do that, but the thing I was going to ask you before I turn it over to John, are you surprised, like, when people come here, they want to meet you? You're one of the people they want to meet.
I mean, it's nice. It's a little surreal. So, to hear that sort of thing. So, I mean, but I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, all right, okay. It's, it's cool. But, if I think, I'm, I don't know. I just, it's nice.
Can you at least admit that you're great at pouring beer in my ass?
I am very excellent at pouring beer. Although yesterday I don't think I did so well. It was a lot harder coming. It was a lot. It didn't come out as good. It comes out better out of the bottles than the cups, I think.
See, my theory on this, Gary, is that when you bring someone over to him, JD feels like he's bothering the person that you're bringing over, even though you're technically bothering JD.
That's right.
Is that fair?
I don't necessarily feel like that. I just don't want to. I don't want to do something or say something that would make them feel negative or whatever. I don't want to mess anything up. But
you usually don't. I mean, there's other people that work here that have to worry about that. That you're not one of them.
Well, still, I don't know.
Do you have any desire? If you knew it would go well, do you have a desire to interact?
Sure. I would love to be able to be as I was listening to. I could hear Zach and Richard and Sal talking in there, and they were, they were able to talk to him like this, coming up with things to talk about or whatever. My brain, for some reason, just locks up whenever it's interacting with someone I don't know.
So you'd like it to get better then?
Sure, but I mean, I would,
I know somebody here he was really excited about interacting with one day. Selena Gomez.
Well, listen, it was a hot chick. Did
you interact with her?
Hold on. No, well, first of all, no one was back here to give a tour. And some guy comes back here and goes, Selena Gomez would like a tour. I was like, sure, I'll do it. It's fine with me to get it and talk to Selena Gomez.
He jumped. I've never seen him jump up quicker.
So you took her around?
Hold on. So I wait out by the door. I'm just standing there. She's signing the wall. The guy's like, he gives the Nick sign.
You mean the cut neck sign?
He's like, it's actually Selena's dad that wants the tour. and then they didn't have time to do that. So,
he was shoving gum into his mouth.
Well, I didn't want to stink.
You know how I was talking today about.
And I don't know how well I would have given the tour, but I mean, because I was getting nervous. So I don't know how good it would have been.
I was talking today about how you don't turn around when you're in the chair. Mm-hmm. I do have to say, if it's a hot chick of any kind, the whole chair turns around. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the whole chair does turn around.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
But I think you should do that for anybody.
No, I know. Well, I thought I turned around to Zach, because he had to stare at the Stacy Keeler poster, and he was motioning at that, and I turned around, and then, he said hello and whatever, and so I turned around. I turn around.
Your body language is not inviting.
I don't know what to do about that. I can only try.
Well, we'll see if anything changes as different people come by, and if you evolve at all.
I was a little worried. I was a little worried Gary was going to bring Bill Hader over, and I was like, I wouldn't know what to say to him.
Why?
I don't know. I like him, but I just wouldn't know what to say to him.
Hey, nice to meet you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, well,
that's all you got to say.
Well, but it's interesting that it seems like, from what you're saying, like a lot of guys will lock up even more with a girl they're attracted to. But it seems like, is it because you're so, like, that gets you past the shyness, that your desire to connect with them?
What do you mean?
Like, why with a attractive woman are you more comfortable to open up? Usually it's the opposite way.
Because he's horny.
I don't even necessarily open. I mean, I would still talk the same way. Like, I wouldn't know what to say to them or whatever.
It's a friendlier vibe, bordering on leering at times.
Well,
hey, F you, Gary. What do you want me to do?
Well, speaking of Bill Hader, were you surprised at how much anxiety he has? I mean, and continues to have? I mean, he's done SNL for a number of years, but he said before every single show, he gets really, really nervous. And I wonder if that would ever go away for him. Do you guys ever feel that way coming in here? Like,
Never.
if you're going to do a bit or something like that, you feel anxious or nervous?
Absolutely.
I do.
I have dreams of Howard. I mean, almost every single night I have dreams about this show.
What was the last dream you had?
Last night.
What was the dream?
I was in the middle of talking to Richard about something in the hallway, and Scott the engineer, and actually you as well. And we were just discussing some bits and stuff, and then he came out of his office, and we were just like, oh, we better get in our office, or he's going to yell at us. And that was it. That was the whole dream.
And then Sal had a nocturnal emission.
Yeah. I mean, when you work in an entertainment like this, in the entertainment industry, and a place like this, how can you not have anxiety?
Yeah, I'm having anxiety today because I upset Howard when I mentioned Sal's name. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
And I have anxiety because he got pissed off when my name was mentioned. I mean, how does that make somebody feel? That's your boss you're looking to please, and he's yelling at somebody else because just your name came up? He's making me out to be the goddamn Boston Bomber. I'm a fucking guy breaking my ass trying to do my best here, and this guy's ripping me to shreds just because my name came up. So you're asking me if I have anxiety? That's your fucking answer, jackass.
Now take a puff off that electronic cigarette.
Exactly.
Calm yourself down.
Are you dreaming about Howard as well?
No, but I have anxiety, especially when we do specialty shows, like the birthday shows. For weeks, I wouldn't be able to sleep before those. And the night before, I almost did, I knew I'd have to get up 2 hours early. I hardly slept for those. We go out to Vegas to do a show. Remote shows always give me a lot of anxiety because it's different. And I think they give Howard anxiety. And we could probably go back and do a montage of this. But I would say almost every first show in Vegas, almost every, not the birthday shows so much, but the other ones, he generally yells at me in the first 5 minutes of the show because he's so freaked out.
Right, to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Benji, how about
I'm
you?
a scratching post.
I've gotten yelled at by Howard a lot, like when I'm in the shower, and I'll have like an argument with him in my head for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of the shower.
Are you replaying an argument that's happened already?
Replaying an argument, future arguments from 4 years from now, yeah.
How about you, JD?
I just have anxiety about everything. So,
no, but what's your worst? In particular,
what's your worst case scenario?
What's our worst case?
Yeah, like when you think of the worst thing that could happen.
Not having something for the show, not having anything, any material or anything.
Sean in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey now.
Hey Sean.
JD, big fan.
Yes.
Pleasure meeting you in Boston.
Thank you.
When a guest like Bill Hader and Zach Braff come in, do you start thinking to yourself, wow, I got to get going with my future career after the show, and Bill has problems with anxiety too, and you got to get something going, right? Don't you have that?
I mean, it's not just when they're on the show. I mean, that's just me daily in my head. So, I don't know. That's just me daily.
But you're not jealous of them, are you?
No.
Like, what about with Zach Braff? I mean, he's had a good history with the ladies. Is that?
Of course, I'm jealous of that, but